Hello, the purpose of this video is to give everyone a heads up on the hot cost workshop coming up in Montreal. I'm a little bit nervous that when we get there it'll become a long lesson in Excel and payroll rules and we'll be fumbling around a bit. So I'm making some effort to organize beforehand and give you guys a few short clips, short videos. So those who want to, need to, can get a jump on things, and if you don't need to, you can just ignore it. And that's my general purpose here. So I've made a PowerPoint just to try and keep things together a bit. Let's just follow through for a second. So um, here we go. Film and television hot cost introduction. I've made just for myself really, and the expected outcome. This is what I want everyone to get. Um, Two things, particularly, I really want you to understand that not to take these formulas at face value. That when we have a template and it's written in Excel, that you know how to alter those formulas when rules change and rates change over time. You do also you should get the confidence that this is what is used by professionals throughout the industry. We're using two different styles here, very common throughout the business. Okay, so now what is the purpose of a hot cost? The purpose is not to have the same precision as a payroll service. So what we're looking for is really good accuracy as opposed to precision. We're not paying these guys, so it doesn't have to be exactly per a payroll service, but it has to be really good. So what is the hot cost all about? It's really just comparing labor of costs of cast and crew of yesterday's work to the budget. There's a few other things we can throw in, but that's really it. I do have a bit of a history of the hot cost, but I'm not going to go there right now. We need to know something about budgets, so I'm going to do a little video on it. The two major hurdles we have to get over are payroll rules and Excel. And if I make up a series of small videos and you guys don't need it, just ignore it. If you need it, well, go for it. Actually, as we're doing steps like writing the formulas of OT, rest violations, meal penalties for each of the unions and guilds, I will actually do a little video and you can see what I'm doing. So, you can follow along the way Excel is done then. Now, in each case, I wanted you guys to have access to the materials, so I've made this web page here on my website, and I have the PowerPoint that I'm referring to is here. You can download it. And then I've got a couple of templates. One I'm calling the Indie template, and this is the one we're going to be working on the most. Let me open it up so you can have a quick look. So it looks like this. And I've got a summary page, a detail page, a calculator page, meal penalty page, and a rules page. So, this is still a work in progress for me as far as the Montreal unions go, but it's very close. And then the other example that I have on my web page is what I call a studio majors, or major studios. And this I don't like so much, especially for training, because you can't really see what the heck's going on. It's just opening here. Here it is. This is the way it looks. It's not that cool. See, it doesn't give you details up front. All they want to know is what's the crew and what's the cast and what's the extras over under, in terms of hours and dollar values. And it doesn't give you any background. So I end up putting in a lot of background in here with calculators and things like that. It's not nearly as easy to intuitively see as this Indie one, where you have the key grip, bam, and you see, what is the pay hours, what is his rate compared to the budget and over under. So that's the one we're going to be working on, is the Indie template. I have rules check sheets here. What I've done is I've created this Excel spreadsheet with tabs at the bottom, and each tab is the rules for that particular union. And the rules are related to, of course, overtime, rest violations, meal penalties, and travel. And I've got them all along the bottom here. You can see SAG, SAG A, SAG B, ACTRA, the whole 9 yards. So that'll be a big help. Um, and each one of the unions I've got in them bookmarked, the PDFs bookmarked to the relevant references, and I've got downloads of time card templates with the formulas in the time cards. I haven't got all the time cards yet, but I will have by the time we get there. And we're going to borrow the formulas from these time cards as well as create them so that we understand them. Alright, so that's where I'm coming from. Once we get past these two hurdles, like these two hurdles are going to be what we're doing throughout the 2 days workshop. At the tail end, first what we're going to do is just do a template. So I start with a hot cost template, an example budget, and we're not going to do the program. We're just going to lay it out so you can see where it works. Let me show you how that would work. Say here, rather than calculate the daily total, including meal penalties, this bit in black here, you could, for instance, have your payroll accountant do that. But you need to be able to understand how to create that template. So we're going to do that as a starter before we even start programming. All right, and all the programming rules. Okay, what else is going on? Oh, how to use the daily production reports. I've got 5 days of dummy production reports, which we're going to play with just to make it real. And then we're going to get into the whole TV thing. Now, Actis is something that I need I need to have an accountant brief me on more. I have the rule books, but so we're going to be working on basically 514, 617, ACTRA, and DGC, and with time available, we'll also do Actis. Alright, so I hope that quick video gives you a good idea of where I'm coming from. And I'm going to have a number of other little ones, so stay tuned. We'll figure out a way to get you these things.